Scene Mom says, welcome to the new podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says, hello, welcome to episode number 44. From Phoenix, that was Lisa Barca with Beauty and Brains. She has both, trust me. Hope everyone is doing well this week. Nothing too new to report on this end. Just working, making more connections in the area. Yesterday, I went to a ribbon cutting for a new jewelry business in our town, a cute little shop, and I learned that the owner is also planning a vegan restaurant in the building as well, and that's definitely needed in our town. I mean, you can only get pizza from the 6 shops on our main street so often. And I also love that I could just walk down the hill to town, even with an 8-degree wind chill. I just couldn't justify driving less than a quarter mile to the shop, even in my Prius. But I love, love, love this weather. I got my steps in too, so it's just a win-win, right? Wind, wind, wind. All right. Coming up on the show this week, we have a little more music news for you, music history, your marketing tip, and of course, always awesome independent music. Later on in the show, I will also be announcing the raffle winner who will be getting a choice of a t-shirt from the Scene Mom Says shop. But right now, let's get back to the music with a new single from my friends over in Tempe, Arizona, The Woodworks. This is called Threat, and you're listening to What Scene Mom Says. From New Hampshire, that was a new single from Brad Marino called Not Foolin' Me. He has a new album called On the Brink, and it is being released on March 7th. Give him a follow on all the socials and definitely on Bandcamp so you can grab that when it is released. Scene Mom says it is time for some music news. As we all know and have been following, wildfires are just ravaging parts of California, with Los Angeles facing very significant challenges. Amid this, radio stations have become a critical resource for keeping residents informed, especially as wildfires disrupt other communication channels and screw up your Wi-Fi. Stations like KNX News in Los Angeles are providing up-to-the-minute updates on evacuation orders, road closures, and shelter locations. They're also offering practical advice, like how to protect yourself from poor air quality and stay safe during power outages. Now, radio's reliability during emergencies shines through when modern technology like cell towers and internet services fail. With a simple battery-powered radio, people can access life-saving information, even in really remote or heavily impacted areas. But it isn't just about delivering information, it is about that connection. Local radio broadcasters also bring that personal touch and offer reassurance to communities facing uncertainty. I mean, they are in it as much as anybody else. The human element does set radio apart, and it reminds us why it is such a trusted medium, especially during crises. And of course, to stay prepared, ensure you have access to local stations for emergency broadcasts, and consider keeping a hand crank or battery-operated radio in your emergency kit. As LA continues to face this wildfire crisis, let's not forget the tireless efforts of the first responders and volunteers, including radio broadcasters, who are really working hard to keep everybody safe and informed. Radio is proving that it is more than just a medium. It is a lifeline. And I love that coming from radio. It is the most important thing. When everything else fails, radio will be there. The music industry is experiencing a significant resurgence, with global recorded music sales reaching a 20-year high of $2.4 billion. This growth is largely attributed to the rise of streaming services and the renewed popularity of vinyl. Streaming platforms have revolutionized music consumption, offering listeners instant access to a vast catalog of songs. This convenience has led to a substantial increase in paid subscriptions, contributing significantly to overall sales. In addition to streaming, vinyl records have really made a remarkable comeback. Actually, they're continuing to come back. It was once considered a niche market, and it has attracted both nostalgic listeners and new generations of audiophiles. This resurgence has played a crucial role in boosting physical music sales. Albums by mainstream artists such as Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, and Coldplay have been instrumental in driving these sales figures. Their releases have achieved both critical acclaim and commercial success, resonating with a wide audience and contributing to the industry's growth. The upward trend in music sales marks a significant recovery for an industry that has faced challenges due to digital piracy and declining physical sales in the early 2000s. And finally, Edison's Research 2024 year-end review highlights significant trends in audio and media consumption. Smart device ownership. 93% of Americans aged 12 and up own at least one smart device, such as a smartphone or a smart TV. And podcast growth has also been important. The podcasting audience has expanded, with 64% of Americans aged 12 and older having listened to a podcast, which is up from 57% in 2021. Digital audio consumption. Weekly online audio listening has reached 73% among Americans aged 12 and up, which indicates a shift towards digital platforms. And with smart speaker adoption, ownership has grown to 35% of the U.S. population, reflecting increased integration of voice-activated technology in households. And data management. The 2024 election cycle saw heightened engagement with digital platforms for news and information, which underscored the role of online media in political discourse. Now, these insights show the dynamic nature of media consumption, with a clear trend towards digital and on-demand content shaping the future of the audio landscape, which might sound like it counteracts the previous story I read about radio, but radio still has a place, even though it might not be a place where people look to find music or discover new music. But for those emergencies, radio is still king. And that is your music news this week. And if you have feedback or any other thoughts or any music news to share, you can email me, scenemomsays@gmail.com.
Find a place where no one knows just who you are. Walk away from all your problems near and far. Travel like you're gonna leave it all behind. Here's your chance to finally get it right this time. Snow is falling on the ground. Your footsteps barely make a sound. Walk a million miles away from here. Walk a million miles away.
From Boston, a new music discovery for me. That was Garrett Vandermolen and his new single, Walk a Million Miles. This happens to be his first solo recording. He is also the founder and songwriter for the band Speed Fossil and bassist for Glowbox. And now I have 2 more bands to look up. C-Mom says it is now time for some music history. On January 13th in 1968, Johnny Cash recorded his legendary live album at Folsom Prison, capturing the raw energy of his performance for inmates. On January 14th in 1973, Elvis Presley's Aloha from Hawaii concert was broadcast globally via satellite, which reached millions of fans. On January 15th in 1967, the Rolling Stones performed Let's Spend the Night Together on the Ed Sullivan Show, and they altered lyrics to appease censors. On January 16th in 1980, Beatle Paul McCartney was arrested for marijuana possession upon arriving in Tokyo and ended up canceling the Wings tour. And January 19th in 1998, rockabilly pioneer Carl Perkins, who is known for blue suede shoes, passed away, leaving a lasting legacy in rock and roll. And that is some music history for you this week.
Choice of colors are profound, different shades of black and gray. And you say the world is round, but that it's seen in different ways. And I noticed how you bring me to life with a breath that is only one way. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful that met you this way. Waiting for the moon to bloom and watch the way the stars dictate. My heart is often so confused, so now I thank you for today. And you told me to follow your own light, for the world can be different each day. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful I met you this way. Stand behind again, backs are facing in, with voices all around, but we never made a sound. Oh, your story's so profound. Now you choose to live each day, and you're never up or down. There's not a side that leans your way. And remember, you told me to hold tight, world has asked you to say that it's alright to say that I need you. So grateful that met you this way. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you. So grateful that met you today.
Another New Hampshire artist, that was the latest single from Temple Mountain that was called Grateful. Hey, Mom says it is time for your marketing tip of the week. And I know I sound like a broken record, but social media is becoming less and less reliable, especially for brand visibility. So the tip is to get out there and engage in your community. And there are several ways that this can be done. You can sponsor local events, charities, community programs. You can organize pop-ups, workshops, in-person networking events. This also helps you find the people that you want to reach. Musicians. If you are part of events, make sure that there's a music component. You can have a music networking event. Get all of your friends together to meet and maybe plan some shows or something like that. There are endless ways to do this in person. For me, online, I am going to try out this new thing. You may have heard of it. It's called email. It's great. You can ask people to subscribe to your newsletter. And if they do, they receive your information directly in their inbox. Isn't that crazy? The best part, there isn't an algorithm and they choose to subscribe. So you know that they want to read what you're sending them. It's genius. I tell you, you should give it a try. And as always, if you want to chat more about marketing and promoting your music or your brand, you can schedule a consultation with me at DannyCutler.com.
Subside before you go climbing up that mountainside. Holding hands with a dirty man, you'll only get as far as a cheetah can. When you look for which way to move, be cool to yourself, stay in your groove. Just be sure that it coincides with the way you feel. You gotta live your life. Don't give your body to the one just to satisfy. Don't give your money to the man who says to save your life. Don't give your freedom to someone you can't quite justify. Cause baby you're too bright to burn. Cause baby you're too bright to burn. Gotta let the water rise before you go heading out to the other side. Put your handprints everywhere. You gotta make your mark, you gotta show you're there. Stepping out like a fighter would. Yeah, you look alright and you're feeling good. Pretty sure that you are not bound as you step back into the battleground. Don't give your body to the one just to satisfy. Don't give your money to the man who says to save your life. Don't give your freedom to someone you can't quite justify. Cause baby you're too bright to burn. Cause baby you're too bright to burn. Say, do you have what it takes? Say, do you have what it takes? Say, do you have what it takes? Ay, 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 ay. Say, do you have what it takes? Sun to shine before you go trying to read that storyline. Don't know what's gonna come today, but it better be good to just give it away. Gotta take the fire back and let it ignite that old regret. Being what you gotta be, just give it a kiss as you set it on free. Don't give your body to the one just to satisfy. Don't give your money to the man who says to save your life. Don't give your freedom to someone you can't quite justify. Cause baby you're too bright to burn. Cause baby you're too bright to burn.
That was Boston band Lavina Falls with Too Bright to Burn. They have a show coming up in the Boston area in February. Hoping to make it out. They are just amazing to see live. Scene Mom says it is now time to reveal the winner of the drawing for a t-shirt. I had a little trivia contest over on the Scene Mom Says Facebook page, and I got a few responses. I didn't get the traction I really wanted, but hey, somebody's getting a t-shirt out of it. So I drew the name on Tuesday using Google's random number generator, and the winner is Stan Matthews. So I will be messaging you, Stan, and you can choose your shirt from the merch shop. Congratulations. Okay, now it is time for some good news, and it's also music related. Ed Sheeran has launched the Ed Sheeran Foundation, an initiative aimed at enhancing access to music education for children and young people across the UK. The foundation seeks to address the impact of reduced art funding in schools by providing instruments, lessons, and career opportunities in the music industry. To celebrate the launch, Sheeran visited schools and youth groups in several cities in the UK, performing for students and encouraging them to pursue music as a viable career path. The foundation has already supported 18 grassroots organizations and school music departments, positively impacting over 12,000 children. Sheeran emphasizes the transformative power of music education, not just for artistic growth, but also for mental well-being. He also highlights the broader job opportunities within the music industry, from production and songwriting to touring roles, showcasing its economic importance. Through the Ed Sheeran Foundation, the artist aims to inspire the next generation of musicians and industry professionals, ensuring that music education remains accessible and impactful for all. I think that is wonderful. Music definitely, it has literally saved my life. Buy me a beer or two and I can tell you that story for sure. And on that note, that's it for episode number 44. Links to all the music and news that you have heard this week will, of course, be in the show notes. And if you have any feedback or thoughts, you can always get in touch on social media. I'm dcutleraz, and also there's the Scene Mom Says Facebook page, and you can email scenemomsays@gmail.com. And if you like what you hear, please share the love with friends and family and fellow musicians, anyone you think would benefit from the show or enjoy it. Thanks as always for listening, and you will hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro-outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.